Hi everyone, I'm Miss Katie from Rockland Public Library, and today we're going to be reading Here Come the Humpbacks in honor of Oceans of Possibilities summer reading program this year. So Here Come the Humpbacks is by April Pulley Sayre and illustrated by Jamie Hogan. This is going to tell the story of a mama and baby humpback whale, but the book is also filled with real facts about humpback whales and their life. Flippers paddle, flukes push, in every ocean on earth, humpback whales swim. In the Caribbean Sea, male whales roll. They smack their flippers in the water. Smack, smack. They blow bubbles. Their barnacled bodies bump. Their skin is scarred from past competitions. A female humpback swims away to the quiet shallows. Her blue-gray head, bumpy as a pickle, they are bumpy like a pickle, bumpy as a pickle, lifts and rolls. It is February and she is expecting something big, something soon. The time has come. Humpback whales are named for the hump shape of their back makes when they dive. So we have something else we call a hump. The bump on a camel we call a hump. And they also named the whales after the hump shape they make when they dive underwater. And that's why they're called humpback whales. Out, a whale calf slides from the female humpback's body. She rolls, breaking the cord that joins them. Through the cord, her body has fed him for 11 and a half months. So that's almost a whole year it takes to grow a baby humpback whale. He will have a belly button where their bodies were connected, just like us. The mother lifts the calf. His pale gray head breaks through the surface, but a whale can't breathe through its mouth. The whale scoots. His blowhole meets the air. Snort. You see it blowing out? Female humpback whales give birth every 1 to 4 years. No scientist has ever seen a humpback whale being born, but scientists can imagine what happens based on what they know about dolphin births. Dolphins are closely related to whales. The calf is 14 feet long and already weighs a ton. Wow. He dips down, latches on, and drinks milk. Up to 50 gallons of milk a day will build blubber. That's the fat that keeps the whale warm and protected. Muscle and energy. The calf explores. He rubs his mother's skin. He nudges a fish's fin. He swims loop-the-loop around his mother's tail. He listens to dolphins whistle and groan, and the groans of fish. A loud song rises and rolls. Whales, like people, are mammals. They can't breathe underwater like fish. A humpback whale surfaces, opens its blowhole, and exhales. Air from its lungs push out water that is on the top of the blowhole into the air. This water, plus water vapors in its breath, create the spray we see. So that's a great fact to know. Whales, even though they live underwater, they can't breathe underwater like fish do. They need to breathe air. So they have to keep coming to the surface to breathe. And they breathe out of their blowholes. And when they do, we see a spray of water coming up from the water above their holes. Head down in deeper water, a male whale sings. His song rhymes and repeats. All the male whales in the area know this song, yet they vary it like jazz musicians on stage. The calf can't sing yet. The calf is the baby. The baby can't sing yet. His call is a quiet grunt. He blows bubbles that pop and hiss. He slaps his tail on the water's surface. Splash, splash. He and his mother nap. They float like logs, blowholes uncovered. A boat coasts towards the sleeping whales. Will it turn away in time? Adult male humpback whales sing songs that last 30 minutes. They may repeat a song for 24 hours or more. A male humpback sings mostly in warm water during breeding season, the winter. All humpback whales make shorter, simple calls as well. So that's a good thing to check out after the book, is to find some audio of them singing, because they have such cool music that they sing to each other underwater. An escort whale rises. He blocks the boat, here's the boat coming in, and slaps his tail on the water. The captain stops her boat. Cameras click, whale watchers stare. The mother calf and the escort swim away, but 4 shapes lurk behind. Do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4. Conservationists and boat operators have created a set of rules to protect whales. A good boat captain never drives a boat straight towards a whale, either from its front or from behind. This way, the whales don't feel chased or trapped. A good captain also avoids separating one whale from another in its group, and never approaches too close to a whale. If the whales come close on their own, that's fine. So it's exciting to see a whale, but they make sure to keep the whales feeling safe. 4 male whales approach. Slap, slap. One slaps the escort whale with a flipper. Bonk, smack. 2 bump the escort's sides. A 4th whale pushes between the escort whale and the mother. Now they are divided. The escort whale doubles back and pushes forward. With a lurch, he reclaims his place beside the mother-calf pair. He bumps away another male, and at last, the challengers peel away. An escort male. Single adult whales often escort a mother humpback and her calf. People used to think the whales were grandparents or aunts helping to take care of the calf. But scientists have discovered that these whales are male. The escort whale swims alongside the mother. He waits around in case she's ready to mate. By April, the waters are quieter. The escort whale and most other whales have migrated, but the calf and his mother still cruise the reef. He has not eaten for 6 months. He is 10 tons lighter than he was last May. Wow. The mother does not have teeth for tearing, and the passage of her mouth to her stomach is small. She needs many small fish in one big bite. Those fish swim in cold water far, far north. It is time, at last, to migrate. Whales are divided into 2 main types: toothed whales and baleen whales. Toothed whales, such as the orcas, use their sharp teeth to catch fish and other prey. Humpback whales are baleen whales. Baleen is a stiff fringe that hangs down from each side of the whale's mouth. It is made of keratin, and the same material that makes up human fingernails and hair. The baleen act as a sheath to keep food in the whale's mouth as the whale drains the water out. So the whale sucks in the water, and then it kind of filters out the fish and keeps the fish in its mouth instead of using teeth. The mother and calf leave the shallow head of the ocean sea. No other whales swim with them, yet they do not swim alone. Pilot fish parallel the mother's face, and cling to her skin. Stroke by stroke, the mother calf leaves the water of the Dominican Republic. They pass boats and birds and reefs and rays. They move out to the sea, past the Turks and the Caicos Islands and the Bahamas. Remoras, also called suckerfish, do not harm the whales. A remora holds on by suction. It can let go, move, and reattach. Do you see them there at the front of the whale right there? There they are. Remoras likely eat whale droppings or leftovers from the whale's meal. Adult humpback whales also have barnacles. Barnacles are crustaceans like lobsters. They cement themselves to a ship, rocks, and whales. One scientist found almost 1,000 pounds of barnacle on just one whale. Wow. The mother calf swims over underwater hills and valleys. They see seaweed and sailfish and squid. They pass turtles and trash. They swim for more than a month and cover as many as 90 miles a day. They journey north, far offshore, passing Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia. In the ocean, some floating plastic trash is easy to see. It washes up on the seashore and collects thousands of miles from shore in areas where the current comes together. Whales, seabirds, sea lions, and other ocean creatures may choke on the ocean trash or get caught in it. But other trash, chemical trash, is harder to trace. Paints, household cleaners, pesticides, fertilizers, medicines, and other chemicals flow into streams which flow into the ocean. There, the chemicals travel to the gills of the fish. Whales eat these fish, and the chemicals build up in their body. That's why it's so important to make sure we're throwing away trash and keeping things in a safe place. And also to make sure there's no litter, even if it's not our own, to help clean up the litter we see on the ground and make sure it doesn't get into animals' mouths. They swim onward past Delaware, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. Some waters are busy with boats. This mother and calf are lucky. They make it safe beyond the shipping lane. Up ahead, a feeding grounds. On a few miles, and 5 orcas lie in between. Whales encounter many dangers as they migrate the long distances. Most adult humpbacks show marks from being tangled in fishing ropes, lines, and nets. Some coastal areas have volunteer teams on call to try to remove the ropes and lines from entangled whales. Another danger is boats, which sometimes run into whales. Moira Brown, a Canadian biologist, worked for years to convince the government of Canada to move shipping lanes, the route where the tankers travel, farther away from the whales, where the whales tend to swim. In 2003, Canada moved some of its Bay of Fundy shipping lanes to help protect North Atlantic right whales, on the world's rarest whale species. The orcas approach. The mother humpback tries to shield her calf, but there are 5 and she is 1. An orca grabs the calf's tail and jerks the calf backward, flapping flippers, and the calf struggles. The mother humpback slaps her head into the orca's side. It opens its mouth, and the calf shakes loose. Oh no, look, the baby got a bite on it. Ouch. Humpback whales have longer flippers than other whales. They're called Megaptera. Megaptera? The first part of the scientific name means big-winged, a nod to the humpback's large flippers. Humpback flippers are about 1/3 of their body length. Wow, that's huge. And they are not soft like fish fins. Hidden in the humpback whale's flippers are bones, similar to the bones in a human hand. The calf is tired. His mother is weak from hunger. But up ahead, past Cape Cod, a marvelous meal awaits. Slim fish, half buried in the sand, rise up and school. They are the sand lance of Stellawagon Bank. Not every mouthful of ocean water is full of food. The ocean has areas that are like deserts with very little life near the surface. Other areas swarm with krill, herring, capelin, and sand lance. One of these food-filled areas in summer is Stellwagen Bank, an underwater plateau or bank off the coast of Massachusetts. Here, cool, nutritious, rich water hits the underwater plateau and then flows to the surface. This updwelling attracts plankton-eating creatures, fish such as sand lance, and finally whales and seabirds. So there's lots to eat there. Here are the other humpbacks. 5 humpbacks dive. They release lungfuls of bubbles. Up the bubbles rise. To avoid the bubbles, the fish bunch together. Jaws open and the humpbacks surge forward. Mouths meet fish and pleated throats stretch wide. So the bubbles come up and it makes the fish squish together, and so the whales can catch them all in one spot. A group of whales is called a pod. A humpback whale sometimes forms a pod to feed and socialize, but they rarely form permanent groups with the same members all the time. Groups form and usually break apart after a few minutes or hours. In Alaska, however, some pods of humpback whales hunt together for a few days at a time. So with them all blowing those bubbles and forcing the fish together, they can all hunt and do a great job by combining their bubbles and getting the fish in great spots for their big mouths to scoop them up. Because remember, they don't have any teeth. After many miles and months, the mother finally feeds. She lurches mouth open. Water drains out through the comb-like baleen, leaving the fish inside. For now, the calf watches. He is still nursing. That means he's still drinking the milk from the mother. But in the next few months, he will learn to feed on fish. He will fill up on krill until his droppings are pinkish from what he is eating. Whale feces or droppings are cloudy strips over a foot long. If the whales are feeding on krill, which is pink shrimp-like crustaceans, their feces are pinkish. Whale-eating fish have feces that are brown, so it could be brown or pink. Scientists following whales may use a small net to scoop up the feces. The chemistry of the feces can tell them about the health of the whale. In the autumn, the air chills, snow falls on land, on sea, and even on the backs of the whales. Migration time is here. Mother and calf leave. This journey, like the last, has dangers. Orcas hunt, but orcas are little threat to the calf now. He is almost 30 feet long and weighs over 9 tons. His flippers and tails are powerful. So the orcas are probably not going to attack them anymore because now the whale is too big to fight with. Humpbacks here and there. Humpbacks spend the summer in cool waters near the poles and winters in warmer waters near the equator. There are 3 main groups of humpbacks. One summers in the Southern Ocean, one summers in the North Pacific, and one summers in the North Atlantic. In December, the mother and calf arrive in the warm Caribbean waves. Here are the humpbacks. Here sing the humpbacks. Here humpbacks are born. Next spring, the calf will find his own path northward. His mother will travel too, and this year or the next, she will guide another calf on its own first migration. The end. Great listening, everyone. I hope you learned a lot about humpback whales today. And I would highly recommend you going out and seeing if you can find a place, oh, there's so much sun, find a place where you can listen to the sound of humpback whales. I hope you all have the most wonderful day, and I can't wait to see you all soon. Bye-bye.